Defending RPOs in Madden can be a huge chore for so many players. In particular, that Y off trips, RPO read Y flat, the true backbreaker play of Madden 25. And you likely have seen an adjustment, which we started here on this channel. In fact, we're sliding that safety out behind the slot corner in a hard flat can counter this concept and make your RPO defense in general all the better. But what if there was a way that involved moving nobody and all you had to do was select something at the pre-play menu? Well, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let's get after it. Now, the tip that I'm going to share with you guys today will help you overall in this game against RPOs, whether it's a bubble screen, a flanker screen, or this pesky tunnel screen known as the read Y flat. We're going to talk about utilizing coverage shells. So as I talked about earlier, if you guys are in a base defense in this game at all, and you suspect that your opponent might be running an RPO on you, you want to make sure that first and foremost, your nickel corner is to that side and he's in a hard flat. But the problem is he'll get blocked unless you take the extra step of moving this guy out. And when you guys do that, that will make it so they target completely different and Ramsey will be left alone to be able to make this play and the knockout. But again, that could be a lot of work for players. Well, believe it or not, if you guys go into your coaching suggestions on the defensive side of the ball, first things first, you're going to want to turn auto flip on. Then from there, make sure that your auto alignment is set to default. You do not want man or base align for this tip. And the reason that you want default is that we are going to, within your defense, choose a cover for shell if one is allowed. Now, if you're in a defense that doesn't allow shells, like for instance, the 1-4, you'll notice that there isn't a shell feature. You're going to have to move your safety manually. But if you do have shells allowed in your defense and you choose cover 4, this is going to show every single defense you might call in the game as a cover 4 defense. And this will allow you to then hard flat your slot corner and not have to move your safety. So take a look at this right here. I called a cover 3 defense. If I were not on a shell feature and I were showing this as a true cover 3, a lot of times your defense would look something like this, where you would have guys in center field. Well, because we've chosen the cover 4 shell, you're going to get a different stock position of your safety, which means that now, as long as you put your slot corner into that hard flat, you will be left unblocked and able to impact this play. Or at best, you'll see something like that where your opponent's not going to trust that. Now, what I want to do here is I want to contrast the difference in the safety alignment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the cover 2 defense, and I'm going to set cover 4 as my shell. And then I'm going to reset the shell so that way you see the difference in the safety alignment. So this is what our cover 4 shell version of cover 2 looks like from a defensive positioning. Now, if I reset the shell, notice the difference in the alignment. It's not that drastic, but the safety took a step back, maybe a little bit more to the inside. The outside corner rolled up. And if I were to just put that hard flat on the field here, we'll see when we snap this ball, it actually looked okay. The positioning was fine. But again, when you talk about this positioning versus maybe pressing out of that same defense, you notice now he lines up further to the inside. And this is the no-no of this defense. So when we snap this ball, now all of a sudden that guy's blocked and we're able to throw this ball to the outside. So that subtle difference in that cover 4 shell, that stock positioning, or even if you can get away with it, a cover 2 shell, but don't press, you'll be able to get that safety in a spot where that middle receiver no longer wants to target that player. So that is how you can improve your RPO defense without physically moving your safety. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a great feature for nickel style defenses. When you start to get into some of those dime defenses where shells aren't possible, the important thing to remember is obviously moving your safety. When you move that safety, it changes the targeting of the receivers on wide receiver screens, RPOs in general, and you'll be able to get your nickel corner to be unblocked and prevent your opponents from thinking that they have this play, this backbreaking play on any crucial down and distance that is 3 or less. So I'm going to get up out of here. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys next Monday. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.